mean, it was, if you were right near our bench, it was relentless, constant chatter, from a couple of the Arizona players that was not being policed properly, and of course they're going to be happy with winning, but it was done with no class, in my opinion, and words that were said back and forth led to the moment where Freeman lost it and lost his cool because of the constant talk that was allowed to go on. So I had to make a tough decision to obviously, in the best interest of our team, to get them into the locker room so there'd be no further incidents the rest of the game, and in the handshake line.
Had that happened before?
I just saw that it was very heated, and I thought that there was possibilities that something else could have happened, and I was going to avoid that, and wanted to get I wanted to avoid any further confrontation at the end of the game.
What did you make of them trying to make the buzzer beater at the end?
What do you mean?
When they shot it with at the end of the shot clock at the very end.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was already gone. I think I was heading towards the locker room, so I don't even know the play you're referring to, but I can look at it and maybe would have a comment another time.
It's been tough for Jason ever since he came back from the injury, to play well. I mean, how much are you missing his production in the last couple?
I mean, it's just a matter of him getting more in a rhythm and finding himself. And you listen, you're a young freshman, you miss a lot of time. It's hard to get that time back. And the more games he gets under his belt, I think the more he'll come on as the season winds down.
Amir Ali did not play. Was there a reason for that?
It was just in games like this, you go with your gut and your instincts, and they told me that play a tighter rotation tonight, play the guys that have been playing the most minutes, and then try and get Joe more acclimated. It's not anything against Amir. I think he actually played well at Colorado and rebounded well and helped us in that game. So he's gonna play. Wouldn't read a whole lot into it. It was just kind of a coach's decision tonight.
The turnovers were a lot better in the first half, but then that run of turnovers kind of in the second half. What do you think fell apart there?
I mean, I just told them, we lost this game, because I don't want to have to diagnose every time why we lose. Eventually you gotta do the things necessary to win. It's getting a little old to walk in there after the game and explain why we just lost. But part of it was that stretch where we were up 5 and turned the ball over twice, and they got a dunk off one, and they got a lot of life out of those couple of possessions, and you just you can't do that. You have a team down. We had a really good start to the second half, and we built a lead, and then we give the ball away a couple of times, so it wasn't great.
Why do you think that kind of transpired with the way that it felt a little unorganized during that press scheme that Arizona produced you guys for a little bit? What maybe did you guys do better in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, I'm bad with press offense design, I guess.
How big JP's monster go? Does that young man have any idea how good he can be when he's offensively aggressive?
That's kind of what I said to the guys in the huddle. They were very, very aggressive on defense, taking things away and denying stuff. So sometimes if passes are being taken away, you got to be able to win the one-on-one battle and get to the basket. And that was certainly a great move by him. A momentum play for us. We kind of desperately needed it. But yeah, I mean, I have to do a better job of teaching my post players how to dislodge a player and just move him as far under the basket as possible. Into the cheerleaders sometimes. As your player drives to the basket, it must be nice to someone to pave the road for you like that, where you literally just wipe out a defender and take him out of any type of help defense, because it's basically a moving screen that's allowed. And it's been happening, way too often for me not to say that is part of the reason that we can't get an offensive rebound and we can't challenge a layup in the paint, is because a lot of times Quaintance is being pushed into the basketball, into the basketball support. And that's it's great that they could do that, and that must be nice.
Couple more.
What do you think about the health of Freeman and Queens coming in and the rest of the team, and how do you feel just moving forward, maybe being healthier?
I would say, BJ, I was very unsure about. He didn't practice at all. He, on Thursday, he went. He was limited yesterday, but he was moving well, so I knew he would be fine to play, and he played very well for us, especially on offense. Made some big shots. JQ, we're in charge of his future and making sure that we do right by him, as we would with all players. But we weren't going to rush him on the floor against Colorado. I think the time off allowed his ankle to quiet down, and he was moving great, both in practice yesterday and today. Hats off to Adam Miller. I mean, he didn't practice at all since Colorado. He's been sick. If any of you guys got masks on, maybe you should get a mask or something, because he's sitting right next to me right now. But he hasn't been around for since we got on the plane on Tuesday night. So, but he gutted it out.
One more, and then we'll get Adam in.
What's it been like dealing with this for the last month or so, and do you feel like you guys are due to get some breaks?
It happens. Guys get hurt. You got to overcome it. You got to figure out a way. We just haven't, and we figured some things out on the road, winning a couple in a row. We just haven't, got it done in our building. You can't lose 4 conference games at this point in the season in a Big 12 race and expect to be in the picture. And we just haven't done a good job. A lot of these games have been close, and we've been there, but like moral victories, like who cares? But that's about it. That's all I got. I'll turn it over to Adam. I can tell you this: I do get a vote for all conference, and I can tell you who's not getting a vote.